so long. We've been here, we've been trying.
Hi there, and welcome to another interactive, fun-filled edition of the Springboard Hangout. The Springboard Hangout, as you know, is where we have fun and ask all the critical questions that bother us. My name is Comfort Okran. Today on the Hangout, we're looking at how someone who has a background in psychology and someone else who has a background in French become people who are actually playing in the agribusiness fields and coming out with products that do not exist or are fantastic replacements for foods, especially for young children. So today we are privileged to welcome into our studios Lindsay and Vera, who are doing amazing work in manufacturing in the agribusiness space. So if you do have a question, if you have a friend who wants you to go into maybe either agribusiness or any part of the extended value chain, I think you do the person a favor by calling the person to come on Facebook and ask his or her question. Most importantly, I want to tell you, today we would have fun and not just fun. We would learn so much. We're going for a short break. Ask your questions if you have, and if you will tell me where you are joining us from, I'll be most privileged to tell you hi. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Get me York's rent a car. I need a car in 15 minutes. Hi, I'm Jake Morris, and I travel globally. But when I'm in Ghana, York's Rent a Car is my reliable choice for safety and comfort on the road. York's Rent a Car provides comprehensive logistics services to mainly blue chip companies as well as individual clients.
At a time we needed a car rental service, and York's fitted in very well to our standards.
Their services is top-notch. Drivers are on time.
It was beautiful to see them behind the wheels. And anytime they pick up a guest, the guests were very, very happy.
Already? Excellent. York's Rent a Car provides services and expertise that include meet and greet services at the airport, car rental, driver personal outsourcing, and vehicle detailing. What's the problem? It's you. I told you. York's Rent a Car delivers world-class service to its customers, having their highest safety and comfort in mind. So watch you. Go over helping for him. York's Rent a Car runs 24/7 operations where customers can make car reservations and inquiries of our services online and also call our hotline. Sylvia.
Welcome back. You know, our series in the opportunities in the agribusiness field is just going simply amazing. And I'm learning of not just products that have been grown and manufactured in Ghana, but of things that people are doing. And you have to know, and you have to see if possibly you can play a role there. So I have in the studios with me, to my extreme right, Vera Osei-Bonsu. Vera, most welcome to Springboard Hangout.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
You're welcome. And I have very next to her, Lindsay Boatemaa Edu.
Welcome. Thank you.
So then, let's find out, what do you do, Vera?
Okay, thank you once more for the opportunity. So, as rightly said, my name is Vera Osei-Bonsu. I call myself an agripreneur and a mompreneur because I would say I stand for a lot of mothers. I'm into the manufacturing of baby food products for children from the ages of 6 months to 5 years.
Oh, so are you trying to cut me out of your food? The things that you do. I mean, I was like, yes, it's a production of food for babies, and then now you've cut it off 5. What kind of life is that?
Yes, so we chose 6 months to 5 years because they are the critical years for a child's life. And nutrition is very important for their optimal growth. That is physical and cognitive. So after 5 years, still they need good nutrition. But before 5 years, their nutrition should be very special.
Your nutrition should be very special.
Yes.
But what was your background? Did you do agribusiness? Did you do something like agriculture when you were in university? What do you do? Because I thought I heard you were in psychology and something. Please tell us a bit.
Yes, very interestingly, I never did anything concerning agriculture. I have background in political science, psychology, and sociology. So I never did anything, but with psychology, I did something about child psychology.
Okay.
So that is where maybe the interest is. And becoming a mother too, I saw a need to go into the agribusiness.
Why?
This is because I became a mother some 8 years back, and after my 6-month exclusive breastfeeding, that is, my baby was on breast milk for 6 months, which is preached by the World Health Organization, which I think is also very beneficial. After that, I was looking for healthy local options to complement the breast milk, which is complementary foods. And I'm somebody who loves to read a lot. So I went online to research whether I can get any local brand which promotes local ingredients for children, and it was tough.
It was tough, eh?
Very tough. That is 8 years back. It was very tough. All that I saw around mostly was the Tom Browns and all. So I decided that, okay, I'll read more. I'll start searching for world healthiest food ingredients, come up with recipes, read around it, and know what I want to do for my child. But I wanted my child to develop local taste buds and complementary food. And during my research, it was interesting to know that I also identified that, interestingly, malnutrition is very high in Ghana and most parts of Africa.
Wow.
And actually, African continent is tagged as a malnourished continent.
True that.
But the irony is that we are rich in a lot of food resources. So why is it that we are tagged as malnourished? Then I saw that the gap for most of the researchers I did was that the knowledge on how we can add value to these resources to nourish ourselves is the problem. So I decided to start coming up with food recipes from world healthiest local recipes. And I came across that the fruits and vegetables were the main thing.
Okay.
Like brown rice, orange flakes, sweet potatoes, legumes such as beans and all. So I started feeding my child and sharing this idea on social media.
Oh!
Yes. So after doing it, I just take a picture and post.
Okay.
And very interestingly, I opened a page, World Healthiest Food Recipes. Within a year, I had over 20,000 followers.
Go girl!
Yes, on Facebook. Not only Ghanaians, but I had a lot of foreigners following and buying into my recipes. Then I saw I was doing something right.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us about yours. I mean, with Lindsay Boatemaa, how has your journey been? Because I want to come back to that story. Tell us about your story.
Well, I started Lavelle Farms 2 years ago.
Okay.
Trying to use lemongrass to produce healthy infusions, because lemongrass is very good. It aids in lowering your blood pressure, the cholesterol, and everything. So I decided to use it through a convenient way so that anyone can enjoy it at the comfort of your home, your office, or even on your plane, yeah.
Did you do agric?
No.
What did you do?
I studied French and marketing.
French and marketing.
The university. So now I'm using the French to translate from English to French on my levels, but now I'm doing agribusiness, so it's good.
So you didn't do agribusiness, you didn't do agriculture, you didn't do mechanization, you didn't do any of that.
No.
But you saw that there was a need for local
healthy infusions.
Healthy infusions.
Yeah.
And this one, please, talking about tea, why? Just healthy tea on the market. And then she also recognized that there was a need for healthy breakfast for young people, and also to kind of bridge that gap where we say we don't have nutritious food for young people below the age of 5. Therefore, you go to what do you call it? The field. And how did you come about processing this for for the young child in any household?
Okay, so it's a very interesting question. So when I grew the numbers on social media, a lot of people started saying, you do combinations like yellow corn with carrots at the comfort of your home. We don't have time because those following me were literates, career women. So can you just prepare it into a powder form for us to use this? Because we can see your baby is enjoying it.
Oh, wow.
And you are also sharing the developmental milestones for your baby with us.
Wow.
So why don't you do it into powders? So I started thinking around that. So the first thing I did was to come up with a recipe book of my recipes. Then what I was trying, I decided to take it to the FDA, Ghana standard, to test whether it's good, then to get them certified before I bring them to the markets.
So you did that, got it to the GS,
Yes.
to FDA,
Yes.
and then the standards board as well.
Yes. When they started even asking for, some were willing to even try without me testing,
yeah.
because they had seen
The progress.
Yes, the progress. So I believe strongly when you are doing something, let people see the manifestation of what you are doing. So they were willing to try. So some were buying it in samples. But as the numbers became a lot and it was something for babies, there was the need to test them at the Ghana standard and get them certified as well.
Right. So here is the product. Let me show it to you. This is sweet potatoes and carrots. And I know I don't have a baby, but you know, I'm also a baby, so I may decide to just go, start to work. So this one has, I can see coconut, which is one of my favorite drinks. I can see green peas. I can see what else do you have in it?
Orange flesh, sweet potatoes, and oats.
Oats.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So, do you have a special equipment that you use to get this thing done for the market?
Okay, so when I started, most things were manually done, but then there were hitches, especially on the shelf life. So by God's grace and true patronage, I now have machines, I have rotary, dehydrator, because you need to get the ingredients to a particular level for the shelf life. So that, because we don't have preservatives,
Okay.
so it has to stay on the shelves for a period so that you can get more markets, because if it goes bad within a week or two, you wouldn't really get a lot of people patronizing. So now we have machines that dries out most of the liquid but keeps the products in and the nutrients intact.
I see. Okay, so Lindsay Boatemaa, here we are. You have you have the lemongrass tea, and then you also have
The lemongrass, mint,
mint. Oh, you have the mint and mint. Oh, lemongrass and mint, and then dawa and what do you call it? Prekese.
Yeah.
Tell us, what are the nutritional values of dawa and prekese? I want us to know today.
Okay, so the dawa can replace the stock cubes during meal preparation, and it helps reduce the blood pressure, cholesterol, and it's like a seasoning. It's a seasoning. Like, instead of you avoiding using stock cubes during meal preparation, just use dawa and you'll love it.
Just use dawa and you love it.
You love it.
No.
I have clients who have been asked to stop taking stock cubes
Really?
by their doctors, so they
Why?
opt for dawa
We see.
because it's harming their health and all that.
I see you nodding your head. Why?
Because we also promote these natural spices for kids from certain ages.
Okay.
Yes, because some boost their immune systems as well.
right.
So for instance, you can even add dawa powder to some of my porridges to change the taste and flavor for your child. Because we want to just build a local taste bud for our own.
Charlie, guys, I mean, I'm here with two agripreneurs, two manufacturers who started, with their own bootlaces. And let me find out, how did you get your first capital for your business?
That's a big question. So I started with my savings. Yeah, I was working with a marketing consultancy, so I had some small money, and I got some support from my mom and a friend, and I started ordering some of my things, because at the beginning I wasn't getting most of my raw materials here in Ghana for the packaging, so I ordered from China. But I have people who bring it down here, so I buy it from them here. Yeah, so that's how I started.
Yeah. So then it was family, friends.
Yeah, family, friends.
Family, friends, and self.
And self, yeah. Right. Self is more than family and friends.
Exactly. Guys, sometimes we talk about we don't have anybody to help us, but you heard from Boatemaa. She didn't start with huge capital. She started with her savings. She says her savings were small. Do you care to reveal to us how small it was?
I don't remember.
You don't remember,
yes.
So you don't want to say, okay,
yeah.
right. So she doesn't remember, but it was small. And she asked Mommy, tell her, Mommy, make you bring some in the morning. Mommy said, oh, you here. You know, and that is how we do it. Yeah. We don't wait for big money to start. You start from what you have. Maybe your story was different. Maybe you got some huge funds from somewhere. Charlie, sister, tell us how it went.
Okay, so it was the same friends and family, but what makes my difference is that because people came to believe in what I was doing, they were willing to patronize anything that I'm introducing.
Okay.
So I had the markets.
Yes.
Before the production. So sometimes that also becomes tough for me, because sometimes I feel I'm not able to even meet the demand. So I have market through referrals. People buy my recipe book and say, oh, have you seen this new recipe book a Ghanaian has written for babies? She's called Vera, follow her. And so as a result of that, they became bigger. So my customers, friends and family helped me to build the brand.
If you've got something good and you show the world that you've got something that they need, the most important thing is realizing that you have a market. If you don't have a market, I beg you, chillax. Find something that someone is willing to pay for. Then you start doing it. If you don't have a market, you realize that she built her fan page, or she built her page over the years. Sometimes you want to start immediately and then you want to see $1 million coming in. I beg, that's not how it is. It is poco a poco, here a little, there a little, and as you build up, the first maybe 100,000 is very challenging, but the minute you hit that milestone, it's faster to move to the next level, the next 500, and then to the million, and so on and so forth. So Charlie, let's take our time. Let's identify what we want to do. Let's identify who needs what we want to do. And then most importantly, identify how you can contribute to the society. And the rest, as they will be saying very soon, is history. Or
yes.
So tell me, if you had a job,
yeah,
you also had a job. Yes. What was your job?
I was working with a human resource company, International.
Great. And so it was a comfortable one.
Yes.
So what made you decide that, you know what, let me put this other job aside and go into agribusiness full time?
Okay, with mine, I decided that when I became a mother, and so when I became a mother, I wanted to, first of all, have a lot of time for my child. As I said, even with her feeding, I was reading around what to give her. So when I became a mother and I started growing my social media page and people were following, and now the customers were asking a lot of questions, we need it. At times, I have to drive after work to go and give the customers item to wear, and I drive back in traffic, and I saw that when I'm going to sell, I've used it to buy fuel again. So I decided that the demand was becoming a lot. So now it's something I can look at and start from somewhere and grow mine. Because I've always also wanted not to be a boss on my own, but to do something which is impactful. So I saw that I love that. I love that. And being a mother too gave me the enthusiasm.
Right.
Yes, so I have to stop the work and now start it fully.
Into agribusiness.
Yes, into
being an agripreneur.
Yes.
Agripreneur.
Yes. Please.
So Lindsay, what made you decide that okay, I'm going to stop this business and then concentrate on growing my brand or growing this particular business? What made you stop?
It entails a lot. Running a business like this, it entails a lot. Especially when it's food, you have to be around, make sure everything is done well. So I decided that, let me just leave this and concentrate and build my brand. Yeah, it was tiring and my job wasn't giving me the opportunity to also work with my brand. So I decided just to lay it off and
concentrate on this one.
Yeah.
So presently, if you look through your whole production system, which part gives you the most joy and which part says, really, this is my bread? Which part? Is it the production? Is it the marketing? Is it which part? Which part of it?
Marketing.
Marketing
is difficult. Yes,
it's a pain point.
Yes.
Why? Be a marketing person.
Because there was a time I went to a friend's office to sell my products, and someone said like, "Hey, China products." I was like, "Oh no, please! This is made in Ghana." I felt bad for a moment because he didn't believe that there's something like this here in the country. And I also find it difficult, especially when people compare my brand to a cheaper one, like this one is 6 cedis, then sell yours 5 cedis so that you'll be able to be in the market. But I tell them no, this is what I used for mine. I don't know what the other brand used, so I'm working on it. I'm working
so
on it.
So you find marketing as a pain point?
Yes.
Do you have a pain point in your production cycle as well?
Yes, that's just the processing.
Okay.
I deal with babies.
Mm-hmm.
They have delicate systems and all. And their immune system is not as adults. So you have to make sure that whatever you are doing is on point. And you have to, and also at the processing, certifying my products every year. Food and Drugs Board have to come and check my premise to make sure everything is in place. You need to renew the products every 3 years. Makes it a little difficult because it can be bureaucratic. You have to get your record books in place, your SOPs. So you have to really understand what you are doing.
Okay.
And you have to be there.
Okay.
So the processing. But what makes it fun for me is teaching new things, because aside the production, I also share recipes.
Okay.
So I'm so happy when someone says, "Oh, I tried your recipe and my baby just loved it." So the feedback gives me that hope to continue. But the processing is not quite easy.
It's not quite easy, really. Yes. I see. So your pain point is production or processing.
Yes.
Your pain point is marketing. Maybe you should switch roles.
It's true.
But I think you have, done some backward integration into actually growing as well. Am I right?
Yes, I have.
What kind of, how big is your farm?
So by an acre. First, when I started the business, I used to buy it from other farmers, and anytime they bring it, I would see something which is not lemongrass, and it scared me. So I decided that, okay, why don't I farm it myself to be able to build the confidence. So when I'm selling to my client, I'm proud to say, okay, this is lemongrass, nothing else. Lemongrass, yeah. Yeah. So
you decided to go a little bit. So in that case, how easy is it for you to get the raw materials? I think that is something we should find out.
Yes, it's a very good question. If you check my products, one product has about 5 ingredients, and they are diverse. Maybe sweet potato, I'm using orange flesh as major and other ingredients because I need to meet a certain nutritional fact from Ghana standard because it's for babies. So I have my nutritional facts on it. So I'm planning to go into farming, but in fact I cannot grow everything.
Yeah.
So now I source with my orange flesh. I source from farmers. My brown rice I source for market women who get from farmers. And sometimes it can be difficult because of the price changes.
Okay.
Yes, you go and today it's like this, tomorrow it's like that. And sweet potato too is the orange flesh is seasonal. So yes, so you are forced to buy a lot and to process it down for manufacturing. But I wish I could always be getting
Fresh.
So I'm just considering growing the orange flesh myself and my yellow corn. But the rest I will still outsource to other farmers. But I can't grow for now. I have to start from somewhere.
Wow. Wow. So in a typical month, how much of this do you process?
Okay, in a typical, I would say in boxes, in a month we are able to produce like 1,000 boxes to 1,005.
In this case, are you talking about this box or the
Per box.
Per box. Okay.
Per carton is 18.
Okay.
Yes, and because we don't add preservatives, I'm not able to say I'm doing like 10,000 down per month.
Okay.
Yes, so I do 1,005, but we mostly do fresh stocks.
Okay.
Yes, every week or two we are producing.
Okay.
But we have to dry out the potato for that productions that we have to do.
Okay. What about you, Lindsay?
With my processing, it's quite easy. Yeah, so from the farm, I bring it for, we carefully select it, take the bad ones out, wash, dry using the dehydrator to make sure the nutrients and the color are intact. And we have the machine that would just package the tea for us.
So where do you retail your stuff?
We are in most shops. We are in 10 regions now.
10?
Yes, so we have representatives who sell in most of the regions, Ashanti region, but we are mostly in the markets and supermarkets. We have supermarkets, we have Amalina stocking our products. It's one of the biggest brands for baby foods. Amalina Children's Haven stocks my products. And we used to stock at China Mall, but we need to take our new, because we rebranded, we need to take our new brand there to start again. But most of my stockists, about 90% are women. And interestingly, most used to be my customers.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So they saw how good the product is
Yes.
and they realized that there's an
Yes.
business opportunity here.
Yes.
And they decided that they'll stock it and then
Yes.
pass it on to other people
Yes.
so that they would also have.
Yes, please.
So, okay. I guess the last thing I would like to find out before we go for a quick break is the fact that do you do any community information work about this?
Okay, so with our organization, aside production, we do community advocacy programs.
Okay.
We also do donations to major hospitals, and also we can sometimes get calls. Someone say, "Oh, a doctor referred me from this hospital, I should contact you." So we do community advocacies like in churches, vaccination center, but it's sometimes tough to penetrate through the vaccination center because some feel you want to come and sell your product, you have to write a lot of letters. So you get to Ghana Health Service for them to give you the go ahead to come and promote. So it can be very, very bureaucratic. But the churches and other religious bodies are willing, and schools, for you to come and talk about your product. But the vaccination center, which I think would have been very good points to talk about local brands, is tough to penetrate. And mostly we leverage heavily on social media.
Okay.
So we have a strong presence on social media.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Over 23 WhatsApp pages for women. And so we get a lot of referrals.
We're going for a quick commercial break. If you have any questions for Vera or Boatemaa, just send the question through and I'll ask them. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Get me York's rent-a-car. I need a car in 15 minutes. Hi, I'm Jake Morris, and I travel globally. But when I'm in Ghana, York's Rent-A-Car is my reliable choice for safety and comfort on the road. York's Rent-A-Car provides comprehensive logistics services to mainly blue-chip companies as well as individual clients.
At the time, we needed a car rental service, and York's fitted in very well to our standards.
Their services is top-notch. Drivers are on time.
It was beautiful to see them behind the wheels. And anytime they pick up a guest, the guests were very, very happy.
Already? Excellent. York's Rent-A-Car provides services and expertise that include meet and greet services at the airport, car rental, driver personal outsourcing, and vehicle detailing. What's the problem? It's you. I told you. York's Rent-A-Car delivers world-class service to its customers, having their highest safety and comfort in mind. So watch you. The of us are open for him. York's Rent a Car runs 24/7 operations where customers can make car reservations and inquiries of our services online and also call our hotline. Sylvia, get me.
Hi there and welcome back. You know, you're on the Springboard Hangouts and it's me, Comfort Okran. Today I have in the studios with me Vera Osei-Bonsu and Lindsay Boatemaa. They are two agripreneurs. They are into manufacturing. Lindsay or Boatemaa is into the manufacturing of lemongrass tea or lemongrass and mint tea, as well as dawa dawa and prekese. Vera is so interested in child nutrition and has some nutritious products here that I was saying that I don't care what she says, but I will definitely get some and use it in my house because I don't have any babies in my house. I have adults. They need to eat nutritious foods also. I'm sure you will agree with me. So Lindsay, coming back, how do we use these, your products that you have, your beautiful products? Just share a little bit about the products and how we do them.
Okay, so interestingly, our products are in the form of natural cereal powders, but you can do diverse recipes from them. Like our Oti veggies powder, you can use it for smoothies. Like you get a fruit, you just add it directly and blend with your milk and take. We have our sweet potato. Our sweet potato is made from orange flesh, which is very high in vitamin A. So it helps to build your immune system. You can use it for potage or impoto. You can even use it for banku.
For banku?
Yes,
whoa.
yes, you can use it for banku, especially if you are very much concerned about your health and you want to reduce starch in your banku. You can use, yes. So you can use that. And our yellow corn and carrots powder can be used for banku, can be used for porridges. Excellent for breakfast to kickstart the day for high iron levels. And you can also, as I say, use it for banku. And you get your nice okra soup and you are good to go for yourself and your baby.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I don't have a baby. As I said, I don't have a baby in my house. The babies I have are very old.
Nutty legume mix powder. So the chubby is, well, it doesn't mean it makes you so fat. It makes you get the right weight for your age. So you can add our chubby nutty to soups or stews. So if you are doing your light soup but you want legume taste in it and you don't want to chew a lot of meat, you just add our legume. It's very, very high in proteins.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so for children who cannot chew meat, they just chew and throw it out. You can add chubby nutty legume mix powder to their food.
So then for people who are vegetarians,
excellent.
This is an excellent...
excellent food for them. So we used to sell at one vegetarian shop. I think we are here to stock them again. Our products were there. Ghana Vegetarian Association, their leader was stocking our products.
Wow.
Yes, please.
Wow. And
then brown rice powder with tiger nuts, excellent for breakfast, porridges. You can also use it for light banku or smoothies. You can add fruit to make it in the form of smoothies.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So this one, I mean, brown rice, is it parboiled so that I don't need to, because you know, with smoothie...
Our brown rice with tiger nuts, you need to cook it a little. It's the Oti veggies that everything is parboiled that you can use directly. Okay.
So with the brown rice, I need
to cook it for 5 minutes. Then you can add your ripe cocoa, your apples, or any other banana. It makes it so creamy after cooking for 5 minutes. Blend it with banana. It's so nice.
So please, the babies have been dethroned. I have achieved my objective and I have different nice foods, especially those who are vegetarian and you know, sometimes you want to make sure that you have your protein diet really on course. So this is for you and let's go and do it together. So when we come to you, Boatemaa, how do we use your dawa dawa and your prekese and, you know, how do we use them?
Okay, so the dawa dawa powder, you can add it to your, it can replace your seasoning. Okay, so instead of using the stock cubes, you use your dawa dawa. When you're frying your fish, before you fry it, you just sprinkle a little on it to give it some taste. Your seasoning your meat, your chicken, you can use the dawa dawa powder. When you're preparing your soup, your stews. You can just add dawa powder, and it gives us a very nice taste. And some people even spread it on their salad. During salad preparation, you just spread it on it to give them that nice taste. Yes, please.
Right. What about
and the precursor powder too? You can add it to your palm nut soup, your stews, and you can also pour it in warm water early morning and drink it. It helps you with your blood pressure, your cholesterol. It boosts your immune system as well.
Right. So we've seen the possibilities, what we can do with just that which is in front of us. And imagine having these organizations or these agribusinesses spread not just in Accra but all over the country. There's no way anywhere in Ghana we talk about malnutrition or having any of those high blood pressure cases, because we have nutritious things. Not only do we have nutritious things, guys, because you have things that are good for your body. Your body is what we eat, or your body is what you eat. If you say you have challenges, sometimes let's look at our diet. Our diet will show us that the things that we eat, like the fried rices and some burgers and so on and so forth, they are not good for you. Research has shown it. Your body has shown it. Your body is the best research engine ever created. So why? Why are you still doing those things and worrying your body? Let's get on with the game, guys. Let's get on with the game, girls, because it's there. So when I look at you, people don't have any challenges, or
hey.
Right. So, Lindsay, what kind of challenges do you face as an agripreneur, as somebody who is coming up in the field?
My challenges, so it comes to financials, was at that times I need to get certain things done. I wish to do certain things, but I don't have enough money to do it. And marketing, as I said earlier, yes. Those are my main challenges.
Those are your main challenges. Okay, what about you?
Okay, so scaling up. We know in business you need to scale up. If with this idea is even across sub-Saharan Africa, it will be beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so scaling up. I know we'll get there, but if you have the necessary support financially and even a lot of trainings, you know that if I'm exporting across Ghana, this is what I have to look at for and those things. I think it will help. And also another challenge is that my products need like about 5 minutes cooking, 4 of it. I wish to scale up to do it ready to mix in the near future. I know it will take time, but in all, some of the challenges we face, because somebody will say, why is that I should buy yours to go 5 minutes when I have other multinationals who I can just mix and do my baby. You know, so the competitiveness then comes in that you are competing with bigger brands to do that. But in all, it's okay. There's no business without challenges.
There's no business without challenges. So what you're saying is that there are many challenges, but you're looking at ways of ensuring that you are able to overcome those things. I know that what do you call it? I don't know whether you've worked with GEA before, but they do have certain funding opportunities for young businesses. I don't know if you've accessed
Yeah, so
it before.
the GEA, for mine like this, I was able to have my lemongrass registered for free. Yes, with the FDA, and they have this COVID-19 grants coming up. But unfortunately, the requirement, my business, I don't qualify. So
why?
They need a minimum of 10 employees.
Okay.
You know that, yeah.
Oh, okay. Would you meet that requirement?
Yes, but well, I have a different story. We're talking about when I started my brand. Well, I have not explored most of the Ghanaian organizations yet, but I've gotten the opportunity to have exposure from the international organizations promoting nutrition like FAO. They've profiled a lot of my works, and currently I'm undergoing 6-month training with FAO for a certificate. So locally, I sometimes wish maybe you are talking about GEA, but there are other entrepreneurs who don't know they do that. If more talks could be done for us to know, because the foreigners rather see me online, write to me, Vera, would you like to partner? So I usually do most of my things with them. I've joined a lot of Nigerian organizations promoting nutrition, like Nourish Africa. They recognize my work. African Green Revolution Forum sometimes asks for videos to profile my work. So let me say my attention more goes in working with them than maybe local. But this year I'll look at them. I'll look at it local and becoming.
No, but I mean, we tend to gravitate towards where we are recognized or where we are celebrated.
Yeah, it's true.
So we will look at how at Springboard we will bring these things up for people to understand what is going on in our local space and promote it, so that those of us who are into agribusiness or into other businesses may know, or TVET or anything like that. So then we've looked at opportunities that are there. We look at some of the challenges, but I'm sure that these challenges, they just don't go away. Sometimes you just want someone to go and cry to.
But some of the challenges helps you grow, because because anytime a challenge comes up, I try to use that as an opportunity to better myself or grow my business in that aspect. Yeah. So some of the challenges makes you just have to be focused and don't let the challenges override you.
I see. So who do you see that?
Okay, so it's very true. You said sometimes you need to rant. You just need to rant to somebody. Especially.
Can I rant?
Yes, my customer is maybe a customer. Sometimes a customer can pass a comment that can even kill your passion.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what you go through. Mm-hmm. So sometimes you need somebody who is like a mentor to you, that you ask, so in this situation, what should I do? What do you advise? I'm faced with this challenge, or I'm at a standstill in my business. What next? So I'm so happy that Springboard is here for us. We came for a first training, and I said, so how did you get my contact? Hey, so how did they know me? It was a pleasure for me. Okay. And I learned a lot under Prof. About leadership.
Yeah.
I bought his book and I've been reading. So we need people to look up to, because I've been coming for your programs when I was in secondary school and university, and now I get to see you. It's telling me I'm doing something right to get the opportunity to sit in front of you.
Wow. Yes. Wow. So we'll make sure that we make more of such opportunities happen. So, I mean, if we were to dream, and this is kind of more, you are dreaming for Springboard now. If we were dreaming for Springboard, what kind of center, what kind of place would you think we can support? Whether agribusinesses, what kind of place, what kind of facilities should we have in place for someone like you or like you?
Yeah, so with when we came for Prof's lecture, it was very good. It really helped me with my leadership skills in business. So I think Springboard, if you could help us with more of such lectures, we would be grateful. And the exposure like this, because we know after this interview, like, our products are going to be out there and we are going to have the exposure we need. So we need more of this. Thank you.
What about you? What resources should we put in place?
So the training resources, because we learn and you have the experience for many years, not now, so we can learn. And also mentors. We need people to mentor us. Okay. Because most of us I would say, when I started, I've seen a lot of people maybe buying into my idea to start. But most SMEs in agribusiness, most are startups. Okay. So most are not able to even grow about 5 years to 10 years. They die off. But if you have a mentor who say, keep going, or I can link you to this person, or maybe you want to register your product, I have this person who is already doing it. Because as I said, the FAO training I'm doing, they give us mentors. And some are from African countries who are doing what I'm doing. They say she's going to mentor you, it's a plus. But in Ghana, we can do the same. We can do the same.
We can do the same.
What man can become a mentor to somebody who wants to start. I can also mentor after I've been mentored.
Yes.
that would be great. That it's not always about the money, but knowing that people believe in you.
Yeah.
It's not always about the money.
Yes,
It's about knowing that people do believe in you and people are there to support you when the need comes in. You are also there to support others.
Yes, definitely.
Because,
Yeah, because as you said, it's not really about the money. Maybe you are going to give us a training or something that would help us even get about 100,000 now businesses. Yeah, so it's true.
Right. Let me find out. Now, we are just looking at the numbers that go into your business. For instance, how many people do you... I don't agree with you when you say you have less than 10 people. Because what are the farmers that you employ? Are they not part of your business?
They are.
Yes. So if you add them plus your people who help you with the production, that whole value chain is yours. So I think you do qualify. You don't recognize it yet. You separated them. By an actual fact, it's a processing line. Do you have any challenges when it comes to getting the right people for your work space? How do you find your resources, the human resources?
Well, it used to be a challenge, but I would say for now it isn't, because I look at your attitude towards work and your consistency, because I don't mind employing someone who hasn't been to the university, who doesn't have maybe a basic education, but you know what to do. You have the right attitude towards work. Yes, you should know what you're about, and you take it up from there.
And so for you, Vera, I'm sure you would also have team members who sometimes do not really... How do you keep your team motivated?
Okay, so first of all, I would say I have an outsourced human resource person. So mostly we tell them, if you're having any challenges, you can go to the CEO, speak to the human resource. So she in a way also motivates, because sometimes it's difficult for them. Aside that, I do a lot of rewarding. If maybe I know this month they've really put themselves down, I just add incentives. And I also let them know that we will grow.
We will grow.
Yes, we will. And sometimes I use that. Look at the multinational. Do you think those who stayed with them and I'm not enjoying? Yes, so I tell them we will grow. Believe in my vision. So I have people believe in, if you believe in my vision, it's easy for me to work with you. And also that's what we do. Like my sales rep, I give them a side salary, I'll give you commission target. Mother, meet it with good customer service and you get this. And they are excited to do it.
So then if we are supposed to say, okay, next steps, if we are supposed, yes or no, if you were to take agribusiness again, I mean, starting all over, will you go into agribusiness?
Oh, yes.
Would you?
Yes, I would, and even venture into other aspects of agribusiness.
Like what?
Like, as I want to do the farming, add value, and also advocacy, like encouraging other people in agribusiness. So I would like to do.
Right. So if we're scaling up, in the next 5 years, where do you find Eat Smart Foods?
Okay, so in the next 5 years, we want to become a household brand name for local baby food. When you are looking for a local person using local ingredients to do baby food, you should look at Eat Smart Foods. We want to also look at exporting our products across the sub-Saharan and, God willing, going into the ready-to-mix.
Ready to mix. Okay,
Yes,
so that's what you have in your plans.
Yes, and also we want to go into a lot of advocacy. As I said, when I get mentored, I mentor. So we also advocate for a lot of healthy child nutrition. So maybe you want to listen to any program on healthy child nutrition, it should be eSmart. Somebody from eSmart talking about it.
Wow.
We want to make Ghana proud in the next 5 years.
Next 5 years, Ghana will definitely be proud. What about you, Boatemaa? Where do you find yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, so I would want to see Label Farms as a household name where we have lots of healthy teas. It's coming up soon. because we have more tea coming. We are just preparing the land for growing.
That's the next 5 years.
That's
for
the next
you.
5 years.
Right.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So then, if we are wrapping it all up, what 3 things, 3 ideas, 3 call-outs would you leave with our audience for today? Phenomenal people.
Okay, so I always say, don't give up. You can do anything you put your mind to, because I started small, I started little, but 2 years it's just baby steps, but don't give up. You can do it. Just start small, believe in yourself, and you pull through, and believe in God too. That's the most important thing.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, Vera, take us home.
Okay, so be original in your ideas. Don't say I'm going to copy somebody verbatim. Be original in your ideas. Believe in your ideas. Mm-hmm. Be your own cheerleader first before others will cheer you up. Mm-hmm. And never give up. As a young person, you can do a lot. And also look for ideas that can impact a whole society, not yourself alone. Mm-hmm.
So, today we've looked at our agribusiness. We've looked at what some 2 young people, someone in psychology and political science, and someone else who did marketing and French, are doing in their space. They are adding value to our local products. And they are adding value to sweet potatoes, they are adding value to tiger nuts. It's not just Saturday milk, it's now being used for other things. They are adding value to carrots and all sorts of things. And we are very grateful to you, Vera, as well as Boatemaa, for showing us, coming to show us what you are doing. But as they said, believe in your idea, be original. Second thing too that you got to do is to understand that don't give up, because definitely there will be obstacles. But hey, if you believe enough and you are patient enough, and you make sure you have you're in the right place at the right time with the right product that you have added value to, I can assure you, you will build one step after the other, and you will be able to be recognized across the country first. Then you go to West Africa. Then you go, step by step, and we will one day stand somewhere and we'll say, this year, Nobel Peace Prize, or this one, it will be Nobel Science Prize for a practical science solution, which is malnutrition across the globe. Shall we welcome smartphones to come and receive this prize? And we'll be there clapping for you, Vera, and clapping for you, Boatemaa, for what you've been able to do. This program will be repeated on ETV on Sunday at 5 p.m. And I want to encourage you, don't miss Albert's program on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on Joy FM, on Facebook, as well as on YouTube. So till we come your way again next week, know that you are loved, you are blessed, and there is far more that you can do. And therefore, I challenge you, enjoy a fulfilling and wonderful life. Bye. See you next week.
Turn around. Turning point. Yeah. He's a turn around. For so long, we've been here. We've been trying to break free. Chains that hurt us in our minds. But no more. This is the turn.